The electric meter is a device that's used to measure usage in the field, and this is what we base our billing on. Every meter that comes through the shop gets tested before it's set in the field, and every meter that's been in the field or has been out of our control comes back in and is tested before it's reset. Meters can be tested for a number of reasons, including a consumer requested test, meter tampering, or age. We test every meter within a 15-year time period according to the SCC. A member can call and have their meter tested at any time, but if it's been tested within the last 2 years and we find it to be accurate, they're assessed a $30 charge. Before going into the field, all of our meters are tested on one of our 2 WECO test boards. Each of our test boards has 3 of these electronic standards inside of them. This standard gets sent back to the factory where it was produced once a year to be calibrated. The factory standard is tied to the national standard in New York City, so that every standard and every meter in the whole country is tied back to one standard. To test a meter, we first scan the barcodes on the front of the meter. That sets up the program in the test board and tells it what type of meter we're testing. We then install the meter on the test board. We plug up the control wire that allows us to talk to the communications module, and then we line up the optics on the front of the meter that simulates the disc rotation. We then start a meter test and then go to the program to verify that the module reading or the communications module reading matches what the faceplate on the meter reads. Assuming that's all correct, we continue with our test. It tests 30 amps on full load, 3 amps on light load, and then if everything works there and everything matches up well, we go ahead and zero out the register on the meter as well as zeroing out the communications module. And then the test is complete and the meter is ready to go back in the field. You've probably noticed that we've gone away from the analog meters and are using mostly all digital meters now. The reason for doing this is that these analog meters are no longer produced and they're not available. Other than that, these both function exactly the same. The State Corporation Commission requires that every meter that we set in the field be within 2% of 100% accurate. If it's outside of that range, we have to adjust the customer's bill. CVC sets an even higher standard, and every meter that we test and set in the field is within 0.3% of 1% of being 100% accurate.